What's up, lady? How y'all doing? Happy Saturday. Girl, I am giving y'all a little bit of, what is that, American Horror Story realness for the bitch that didn't get cast. What's going on, y'all? Happy Saturday. We have Mr. DJ Gantman bringing us in this morning with his disco dubs. And also, I want to wish him a happy birthday. That's right. Honey. So we're going to shake it this morning, honey. A little bit of Coven realness. Hey. What's going on, Miss Vina? Miss Denise. What's going on? Honey. Well, I hope everybody is having an excellent Saturday today. The Empress is in the building. What's going on? Let me turn this off. What's going on, everybody? Honey, we're going to talk about a couple of dramas today. The drama land has been and double okay? I haven't seen anything that I just will be completely woohoo over, to be honest with you. I cannot believe this. What's going on, Miss Shirley? I don't understand what's going on. I think it has a lot to do with where we are as far as the world is concerned right now. We're watching right now. I'm watching Truth or Dare and the Ancient Poetry. That's all that's on right now. A couple of K dramas that I keep on zipping in and out. Thank you, Miss Verna. Y'all gotta understand, I'm a goth kid and I like goth shit. So every once in a while, I end up looking weird as hell. I know my neighbors are like, "What the hell she gonna have on today?" What's going on, Tanya? Yeah, I was looking at Ancient Poetry with our guy that was inside of Legends, which I will watch anything he's in because honey is so fucking cute. Absolutely love him. And I looked at Beyond Evil. I have peeped at that, Denise. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of like it. It's interesting. I really hate that the so-called bad guy is automatically, as soon as you see him, I didn't get the impression on Beyond Evil that the police officer automatically was the killer because everybody in the town was saying he was the killer. It was just something about his way that he did things was off. Now, some shit was questionable because I'm sitting up here like, what the fuck did he do that for? You know what I'm saying? But pretty much in Beyond Evil, we got a police officer that everybody in the town thinks is off his rocker, but he is very, very smart, knows the law back and forth. He actually has this weird thing. Something happened. His sister ended up getting kidnapped and she's missing. And his father was out every day looking for him and everything and looking for the daughter, ended up freezing to death inside, by a riverbank looking for her. The mom found the father, went crazy, and basically the son, I think they had him going back and forth saying that he did it, and honestly, he did not do any. I don't think he did anything at all. You understand? But it messed up his childhood and all that other stuff. And they're trying to find out who this killer is because murders are continuing and showing up again, and they're continuing around this same police officer. So it makes you wonder, and he gives off an air of, could his motherfucker still really be killing people? But to me, with the way I look at things more in depth, I know that ain't the case. And I think we got the guy that was in Hotel de Luna, a little bit older right now, playing as the guy that wants to catch the killer and things like that. And I believe they're going to end up working together before it's all said and done. What I don't like about his particular character is how you going to be a police officer that don't want to get dirty? I'm like, come on, this is part of the job. You understand? That's like being a garbage man and don't want to pick up the motherfucking garbage. You in the wrong fucking business for that. And his dad has a whole lot to do with a whole lot of shit. And his dad is up high in the policing area. And he tells his son, look, you need to stay away from this case. Don't bother this case. Because if shit go wrong, it's going to go bring down you and me. So leave it alone. Son ain't listening. So there is your story. Okay. but I'm hoping that it works out really good. It says whichever one best actor awards. Okay, y'all talking amongst yourselves. So, and the girl from Nowhere, I told y'all about that K drama. That shit is the fucking bomb. I told y'all it's right. It's something else. It's around high school situations, but who of us, all of us have went through high school, and we also know just how fucked up shit can be, baby. We already know how fucked up shit can be when it comes down to dealing with certain chicks. You know what I'm saying? And certain people in certain situations in us in high school. And who wouldn't have wanted a Nano? I would have been that bitch best fucking friend. I swear to God, I would have been that bitch best fucking friend. Absolutely. What's going on, Lorraine? You understand? And this one is about people getting their just desserts. They do shit, they don't answer for it. Nano steps on board, and honestly, honey, she serves up revenge call, baby, in the worst kind of way. I really, really like it. You understand? So I think you all should check it out. It's on Netflix, and I think Beyond Evil is on Netflix too, if I'm not mistaken. So check that out as well. Ancient Poetry, like I said, it's our guy with he was in Legends, and they've got the lead actress in this is not hot looking. She average. You know what I'm saying? But I understand her place amongst the gods because you have, I think it's three of them, and she was born with all her meridians blocked, and she is getting our guy from the Legends to help her train her. The I guess the head emperor wants his daughter to be trained, and because she was born into royalty, honey, you know how these royal girls act, like because they who they are, everybody ought to kiss their ass, and our boy from Legends is not with that shit. He like nah 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 nah. But the more he's around our young lady, the more he starts to get feelings for her and things like that. As a teacher would, be honest with you, when you work one on one with a student, it's certain things you don't want them to have to deal with. You may take a couple of hits for them and stuff like that. But the crazy, what's up, beloved goddess? But at the crazy part about it is that you find yourself getting closer and closer. And like I said, this girl has a lot of arrogancy in her because of the fact that she is royalty, and she thinks she knows. She learns a little bit of stuff, and she picks up on things rather quickly because of who she is. She's supposed to be the god of chaos. She's supposed to handle all of that kind of stuff. And the reality is that she can't go into handling bigger spirits or bigger enemies by herself. And of course, she got to be the arrogant bitch. I can do it all by myself. Get fucked up. You understand? That somebody got to somebody got to come and help you. You understand? So at the end of the day, she's learning a couple of things about her teacher, and her teacher is beginning to get more and more closer to her, which is so cute. It is really, really cute. And I like it a lot. So far. So far. I mean, the storyline is coming together. And I think where I left off at, she's got a lot to learn because one guy that was banished to the underworld where the demons are, he used to be in her spot. So he wants to get to her, and he has a strange power because the teacher told her not to look into his eyes because when you look into his eyes, he can get in your head. He got in her head and saw that she had a little thing. She was liking on her teacher, and he was going to try to use that against her and things like that. So that's where I kind of left off that. I'll get back to it. The other one that I have been watching is Truth or Dare, and the only reason why I'm watching this little fucking show is because the guy who played as the general in Dr. Cutie, he's in this. He's just a hottie. It's a Zorro type show. You know what I'm saying? He's a hero that comes out at nighttime, and during the day he's acting like he blind and shit and can't see. Perfect cover and things like that. And the girl that's in this was married off to a family. Well, she's supposed to be married off to another gang due to her father's gambling situation. And another girl was supposed to be being married off to our undercover Zorro type character, okay? And he's an elf, nocturnal elf or something like that. That's his superhero name. And she didn't want to get married. Neither did the girl who wanted to get married for the gambling situation. And they ended up switching rooms in the midst of some type of little, getting scared and running, trying to hide. And one girl went where she wasn't supposed to go, and the other girl went where she wasn't supposed to go. But both of them are learning to like the different guys that they are with slowly but surely. So right now, truth or dare, I'm watching it just because of the hottie. I ain't so shallow. I know. I'm watching it because of the fucking guy from Dr. Cutie, because I liked him in Dr. Cutie. Okay, it was shit cute about the doctor. And they keep on putting him in these types of films with the opposite or a female lead that isn't halfway as good looking as him. The support actresses are cuter than the lead actress, the actresses inside the different shows that he has lately been in. Maybe he's just that damn cute. They just want to show him being with a not so cute girl, you know, for the girls of not so attractiveness crowd. I don't know, but they keep on putting him in that. And when he was in Dr. Cutie, he was hot then, and in this one, he is hot now. So I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it. I would love to see him with his hair down. See, they don't know how to do these characters. When you got a good looking guy like that, you're supposed to let him have his hair down, get one of the best wig specialists there is in weaveology to rock that boy out. Okay? Somebody just leave me on the sidelines. It's like, he too fine for a fucked up hair, for a fucked up wig. No. Okay? But I like him as an actor, and I agree, beloved goddess. He is a great choice. He is a great actor, and I do like him. I just wish he would get into some more. He was inside of what is that? One of the Peach Blossoms as the shows, Peach Blossom trilogy as one of the uncles of I think Fungi or whatever her name is. From who was in love with the emperor. She was one of the uncle. He was one of the uncles. So I was glad to see him in something like that. But he needs something that's just for him, that kind of puts him on center stage with a really good actress. Like probably somebody like Ye Ming playing opposite towards her. I think he would probably be really good. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people, they are really keeping him on the sidelines with these, I'd have to say, kind of like B and C list actresses. You know what I'm saying? And some people need to be elevated a little bit, because I'm gonna be honest with you, some of the guys that I really like Ken Chun and Ethan Wan and, you know, Hugh Bing and all of those different ones, baby, they getting old. They need to, hey, the ladder has to move, okay? Ken Chun can play somebody daddy now or somebody uncle. But as far as the love interest and the main characters, they need to start bringing up some of these younger guys. I really think they need to. And that's the problem with a lot of people that have been in that spot for a while. When they're reigning, they want to keep reigning and don't know when to sit the fuck down. And then when they start getting those you know, those different reviews and things like that back of people saying they look a little too old to be playing this part, then they want to get in their feelings. Well, sometimes, yeah, your ass is a little too old for some parts, and you might want to scale back a little bit. But I guess Asia has his Hollywood favorites of actors, and they want to stay in the spotlight as long as they can. But sometimes you can stale the spotlight if you stay there too long and wear out your welcome. Okay, so I hope a lot of our actors and a lot of our people who are handling them, that kind of help them understand that there is a stale date on your ass as an actor. It really is. Okay, Wallace Chung is hot in the general eye. Yes, he always is, honey. Come on now. I know exactly who you're talking about. But you know who I would really want to see right now inside of a Chinese drama that would really give me some refreshing feeling? The guy from Love and Destiny, the general, you know, the God of War. I want to see him. I want to see him again in long hair. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's been in a couple of modern dramas as of late, I would like to see him in some cute stuff. I was checking out Our Glamorous Times with our girl that I think she played, I'm not sure which show. Oh, Princess Asians. Our girl that played Princess Asians is in this. It's a modern show about fashion and all kind of crazy stuff that's going on with her. And our prince, that's the asshole of all assholes, is in this with his, he acts like a tough guy in this, and it's really, really cute. I guess he couldn't be a good guy. He's a good guy in this, but he's got to have that tough guy exterior, and they keep on trying. I don't know if they know what to do with him as an actor. They keep him playing a villain or let him play a hero. They don't know what to do with him, and what good a good a script to give him at this point. They really don't know what to do with a lot of these good actors at the end of the day. They really don't. It says he's on Netflix right now, Pat, in a movie called Soul, but in the show he's dying of cancer. Okay, I'm gonna check that out, but I just get upset because he's such a good actor. I believe he has a little bit more range than they give him credit for. Okay, Our Glamorous Times, it's all right. It's just like it's kind of predictable. It's kind of like, why am I watching this shit? It's more people trying to skate uphill that ain't gonna get it. It's like, come on. I hate shows like that where I'm just watching this shit just to have my eyes do something. Because somebody asked me on the channel to watch Our Glamorous Times and check it out. It says I'm so bored with the show. It says I went out back and finished Sword and Brigade and dropped it early. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's boring. It's really, really boring. I'd rather go back to Fighting Youth, to be honest with you, if I really want to see her in a good show. So I didn't like him in Princess We Young, but I loved him in Glamorous Times. Yeah, that's because he was playing a good character for a change. But he has a knack for really being a good character that you love to hate. He really does. He can play that part very well. It's just that in Glamorous Times, he came off at times the way, I guess it's the cinematography, the way the directors go in on a person while they're acting pays a whole lot into making that part come off really well. And some of them parts came off cheesy as fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, come on now. He better than this, So those are the dramas that I have been watching. What's going on, Cynthia? And like I said, the Chinese drama land world is kind of blah right now. And I think it's blah because of the fact of what's happening in the world right now. You got America and Asia and Russia, everybody kind of like up in the air. Motherfuckers are sitting up here saying, you can't stop nothing going on over here in my house. Worry about your shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as because our military found out just how much shit China had, baby. And they was like, we might be in trouble, y'all. We got to stop this shit. And they said, ain't no stopping shit over here. What you talking about? Man, your business on your land, and we'll man our business in our land. Hello, and goodbye, bitch. That's basically what China had to say. And the relations are not getting really good with them right now. So at the end of the day, I don't know what to say. I don't know whether or not if the entertainment world is having an issue. The entertainment world is having an issue, period, because of this COVID situation. And unfortunately, over here in America, where we live at, where we are the most, how can I put this? In denial motherfuckers on the planet that something actually bad is happening. Honey, they are so pressed over here in America about the 4th of July and everything popping off and everything being open. Meanwhile, in the underneath all of that, yay, we're open. Underneath all of that, what is it? They call it the fine print. COVID is still active, baby, and your ass will get sick out here in the midst of crowds. Try real hard not to be around a whole bunch of motherfucking people if you got any good sense. They're not saying that to people. People are jumping on planes. They're doing their vacays. They're hanging out with each other. They in each other's faces with or without masks. It's just a mess. And this whole thing, they don't know what this new variant, the Delta variant, is going to do. I know what it's going to do. It's going to kill a whole bunch of people. But they're trying to turn the narrative on. Oh, it's the unvaccinated people are going to be the people that are dying. So go and get your shot so that way you don't have to die. But one thing I saw, and I saw this thing and YouTube cut it off, which I thought was fucked up. The man who came up with the mRNA variant had a little YouTube show. And he said, and this is his words, this man said he said, I would never take the vaccine. I was like, what? He said, because America has not been forthcoming on the risk. And I'm like, this the motherfucker that made it? And he said, no, I will not be doing that. And he said, and the reason why is, he said it has a lot of positives, but the negatives are there too. And it's such a new technology that they don't know, you know what I'm saying, how this is going to affect people in the long run because they don't have the information. I was like, ain't that a bitch? Mother was correct. And this is the motherfucker that made the shit. He came up with it. And I was like, he said, they're not being forthright and not transparent with the American people, but they're sitting up here saying that the risk outweigh the bad. And he said that's not true. That's not a true statement. That's not a good statement to tell people. He's like, at the end of the day, everybody has a right to do what's best for them. He said, but I wouldn't do it. And he said, and I'm the creator of it. And he said, I have my reasons because there's not enough data out here to see what's going to happen in the long term. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the fuck? And YouTube took that shit down. And he went to, I think, the New York Times and told the story. And I was like, wow. It says, no, they just said that the even vaccinated people are at risk. Yes. Well, I knew that. Everybody knew that, God beloved goddess. India made no bones about it that this shit could go around the vaccine. Made no bones about it. And that's what he was saying. He was like, they're putting it out there like it's the cure all to everything, but it's not. It's not. And people are going around with they're putting it out there in public and in the media and making it sound like once you take this, you good to go. And people are taking that and running with it, even though that's not true. So you're not good to go. And instead of being honest and forthcoming, as he said, with the American people, they are basically pushing another narrative that demeans the whole point of being vaccinated. You understand? Yes, it'll make the symptoms, all you're doing is making the symptoms of COVID less, but you're not curing anything. And people are under the impression that it's curing. It's keeping them protected, and it's not. Symptoms, calming down symptoms and fixing a situation is two different things. Exactly. They rushed it. They did rush it to get this. They rushed it over money. And that's the thing you got to sit back and think about. Money is driving this whole situation, y'all. Now, for me, I got an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you picking money over my health. They're like, oh, you can't work if you don't have this. Well, if you got more at this point, they don't want children or parents in the same school that haven't been vaccinated and all this other stuff amongst other teachers and all this other stuff. And I'm sitting up here like, first of all, you're borderlining in an area where the legal people are going to come up and say, motherfucker, no, you don't, because they're HIPAA lines. You can't just ask people about their medical situations. Okay? If you walk up and ask me if I had a vaccine and then I turn around and say, when was your last abortion, bitch? You'd be offended, right? When was the last time you seen an OB-GYN because something smells funny and it ain't me? You'd be offended, right? It's the same situation. You understand? You just can't up and ask people about what's going on privately about what they do, because that's a personal situation. It really is. It's a very personal situation. Took a murder and I still got wear my. And you better, Miss Tanya, wear that. That's what I'm saying. Wear your mask, social distance. Don't do no different as if you did not take that shit. At the end of the day, that's the message. Don't trust that because you got something that they said would help, that it may or may not, because just because you got that doesn't necessarily mean you won't land your ass back in hospital. That's what they need to say. Yes, you got the vaccine. Yes, it may help you and your symptoms, but wear your damn mask, act like you never got this shit, and go on about your business. Because you could, there's a 50% chance your ass could end up getting this shit bad again and end up back in the hospital. That's all they had to say. They don't want to say that. That, to me, that's a doctor being very fucking honest with me. Yes, you took this. It may help a little, but it is not a cure-all, baby girl. You got to be ready, because there's different variants out here. And it's going to be a different variant off of this variant because it keeps mutating. This is something that they made inside of a lab, and they have no control over it at the end of the day. And depending on who it comes in contact with, it can make the Delta variant can turn into a super Delta variant, depending on what kind of fucking germs some people walking around here with, girl. There's some people walking around here with some germs, baby. Like, I have had little kids give me a cold that set me on my ass. And I'm like, what the hell? And they running around playing like nothing's wrong. But I was sick as a dog. Okay? So you don't know what kind of germs other people are carrying with you. So my advice to everybody is this little holiday weekend that everybody wants to be up in everybody's face, I would be, keep it outside. Everybody stay spread it out. I know you got them huggy-wuggy relatives that want to come in and go, oh, girl, muff right in the forehead. How you doing, Auntie? Right there. Stop right there, girl. Love you the same. And that's it. Wear your damn mask as much as possible. You understand? Don't change. Don't listen to these folks saying, oh, you could go maskless. When they said that bullshit, I said, you a damn fool if you walk up anywhere. And there's been places like, I would love to go out for a drink. But the other night, they had somebody at the Promontory, this little place up in Hyde Park here in Chicago, and they were doing a little something, and it was all older people, little house music or whatever. I am not going indoors with motherfuckers. There's at least 50, 60 people up in that bitch. No way. You got me fucked up. I would not be present. I'm not going to be too present with a whole bunch of people outside and we all bunched up together. No, ma'am. I wear my mask, but I'm like, if it's too many people, just my whole entire body just says, nah, we ain't going over there. Nope. Yeah, and that situation in Miami, that's the other thing I want to talk about. That could you imagine 12 o'clock midnight, majority of the residents inside of the building are at home, sleep, or just getting home from work, or just chilling out on a regular day. And could you imagine you hear a boom and then all of a sudden your ass, or you go to sleep and you don't wake up? Honestly, if I had to die, I'd rather die that way. I'd go to sleep. I don't even know what the fuck happened to me. I just wake up and I'm with Jesus. Like, I'll take that. But that was awful what happened, because the lady said it sounded like thunder. One of the people that were one of the witnesses said up there said it sounded like lightning or something, and then all of a sudden the building just pancaked. And I got a funny feeling. Ain't no missing Miss Denise. They dead. They're dead. People just don't want to say that. But I'm a realist. 159, there's no way they could have survived. And they're not going to look for them because of how much debris is there. Okay? They want to sit up here and clap and give all these hands to the fucking first responders. 159 people are dead. You only got, I don't think it was like 4 or 5 people they rescued. That's pretty poor as far as I'm concerned. But they did what they could with the situation that was there. I know that building is on Collins, and that's rich folks area, baby. All rich people. Honestly, I ain't with you, Miss Verna. That was a goddamn bomb. Somebody rigged that motherfucker to blow up and didn't give a fuck who was up in there. And it may have been a situation where there's issues with the person who owned the building, the owners, or the group that owned the building in the first goddamn place. People got money problems. They don't give a fuck, and they get desperate. Now I'm going to give you a lesson one-on-one on rich people. When rich people lose their money and get in motherfucking trouble, baby, they don't give a fuck about your life. Anybody's life is on the table, okay? As long as they get out of trouble, they don't give a fuck. Somebody rigged that building to blow the fuck up to get the situation with the insurance and all of that stuff inside of it. Somebody got real fucking desperate. Or somebody was in that building that had some issues with the wrong motherfuckers, and they said, oh, you think I'm playing? Watch this shit. And there you go. They blew the whole motherfucking building up. It's some people out here with pet mentalities. Except I'm not gonna blow up a whole building with a bunch of innocent motherfuckers in there. I don't need that on my conscience. No, on the list that when I talk to the Most High, He said this the shit you did in your lifetime when I'm standing in front of Him. I don't need that. But if there are, I know enough dark ass people in dark businesses to understand how they move. If somebody in that building was fucked up and they said, if you don't get me what I'm supposed to have by such and such time, I'm gonna blow you and your motherfucking family up. You can't blow me up. After that building got a whole bunch of people and they ain't got nothing to do with the situation. Oh, really? Boom. All right. 3 stories of debris, but it's raining there all the time now to make it where it's hard to search. You're right. You understand? And at the end of the day, it's really, really, really sad that situation happened. But you're going to see more of that kind of shit because right now, y'all, we coming out of this retrograde. I think it'll be over sometime next week or something like that. But if you've noticed, the mental capacity of a lot of the people around us is really gone from this high to this high. Now people is lowered. Now people are getting upset over minor traffic situations. They pulling that like, what the fuck, boom, boom, over cutoff. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I don't understand this. You understand things that people would just brush off and say, whatever. People are losing their minds now. Being locked up in a house can do something to your spirit. I've been locked up, but it ain't drove me to fucking go mass murder motherfuckers and go crazy. I'm sorry. And I'm seeing this with just driving and people yelling out their windows crazy shit. And there's some people that say, I'm your huckleberry today, bitch. Oh, you called me a bitch? Well, okay. And run right next to your ass and shoot you. And that was always a thing. That's the reason why I'm like, people flip you out, just don't even matter. As long as they don't get out that motherfucking car talking shit, we good. Now they getting out cars, shoot motherfuckers. You understand? It's like keep your butt in the damn house at this point. Do what you got to do and take your ass home. He said, well, all the rain. He said, all the rain is starting underneath the breeze. It's a way of starting that fire underneath the breeze. Yeah, you know what I have to say with the rain and that situation. If the Most High don't want you to touch him, He don't want you to touch him. It's just that simple. FEMA can't rescue, can't even handle an earthquake or hell no. I told y'all about FEMA. Honey, FEMA is the equivalent of, I don't know if you, when I was a little girl, my mother had to be on public aid or public assistance or whatever. It's the equivalent of that shit. Sitting for hours waiting on somebody that's gonna piss you the fuck off for sitting there for 6 fucking hours to tell you some shit you don't want to hear. To tell you can't get this or you can't get that. That's all the government really has done as far as black people are concerned, is tell us what we can't get. Okay? But FEMA is not shit. I'm telling you, the waiting on them is bullshit. Waiting on them is bullshit. You might as well start your damn self, go rock by rock throwing, trying to find people. And honestly, that situation with all of that debris is going to be impossible. They got to bring in big trucks to do that shit, and they're not going to do it. And you want to know they're not going to do it? Because it ain't like it was in New York. Because when that shit happened in New York, they bought in all of that heavy fucking equipment to move that shit, try to find as many people as they could. And the recovery effort went on for how long? Months. Till they got every last body out of that rubble. Now, what's the difference now? Now they try to act like it's not a big fucking deal. This is a huge deal. That was a residence. In China, CCP mobilized military to rescue people. Yes, they should. But they're not going to do it or get all of those body parts out of the rubble, so that way they can be able to be given to the families and they can have closure. There's really no closure in that situation, but at least they can bury what the rest of the remains were from their loved ones. In America, they trying to say, well, you know what, it's so fucked up that we just gonna call it a day, y'all. Peace. That's the impression they're giving me on TV. Since some people don't like themselves in the company, that's why they're going crazy, right? That's what I'm saying. They don't. A lot of people are getting mad, getting fired on purpose and shit on these jobs. Do you understand? These people are losing it. They are losing it. And I don't know if you're paying attention, but honestly, our society is, I don't know if it's just me, But I'm watching from the sideline saying this shit is crumbling and is somewhat over. But you know, some people are trying to keep their fingers crossed that it'll all come back. And I've had heard people are always going to come back and it's going to come back rumbling with a roar. And I'm like, I think you might want to say that in 2024, but not 2022. Well, not 2021. And 2022, you need to, you know, keep your fucking fingers crossed. He said, yes, Andy, I believe that too. They're waiting. It says watching it live. It was crazy. People, the snowbirds, and says that vacation condos in the summer. A lot of people came out here for vacation. Yes, a lot of those condos are being used out that place that crashed were being used for condos and vacation spots, and those are people who normally wouldn't live there. They're just you know doing a timeshare or something like that, or Airbnb out inside of out in Miami. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's looking like Most High said, sit your ass down, stay at home. This shit ain't over. Wait until I tell you it's okay to be over, and people are rushing it. You understand what I'm saying? You rushing it and you come out there and then something bad happens to you. You know, a lot of these young kids that are out here doing this, you know, standing around and drinking and all this other shit, and they want to go to other places and start shit like it's like what they think they used to. See, a lot of people started traveling that didn't normally have money because of this PPP shit. Okay, they went out getting rental cars, buying all kind of shit they don't need with that $20,000, and started going places and taking that same rah-rah shit that they used to where they came from to other places that ain't used to seeing this shit. Here in Chicago, they not used to seeing motherfuckers acting no food downtown. Hell, I'm not used to seeing motherfuckers acting food downtown. I don't live down there. I'm used to as soon as you feel like you want to act froggy downtown, they ass snatch your ass up quick as fuck. Okay? It's different now. These motherfuckers are crazy. And then in Chicago, baby, if you don't know, and if some of y'all live here like I live here, oh, they got the drones out now. Yes. Oh, the feds have now joined with Chicago plus CPD, and now the drones are out at nighttime. It is a sight to see. Some shit hovering in your backyard that can listen to your house. Fly over on things and see what's going on. When there's shots fired, they come flying out. Oh, yeah. Chicago's the test spot for the drones, baby. That's how I haven't seen a patrol car in my neighborhood in months. You want to know why? And me and the alderman had a conversation about it. She sat up there and said, because the drones are out. We see everything now, way better than we did with police officers on the ground. So that means if I make a phone call, they're going to dispatch the drones to look over the neighborhood to see what I'm talking about first before they send anybody. And I said, now, to a certain degree, that's ingenious, but also frightening. And I'll tell you why. Because those drones have the capacity to listen to everything that's going on in the house. If you have a window open, they have the ability to come inside your home. Because down in Texas, one of my friends said they use drones to come get him. And he was involved in some shady shit, and I knew it was going to happen. He said, didn't nobody enter his house. Their house was surrounded by cops. They sent in a drone. He woke up in his bed to a drone saying, come, with a man's voice over it saying, come out with your hands up. And his drone was sitting right here in his face. Don't make any sudden moves. So that means, he said, because this drone has the capacity to fire. So that means they also can shoot the shit out you too. Now you're talking about a robot at this point. Things are becoming a little different now in these cities. And I don't think Ray and Pookie and them is ready for that, because now those things are also have the capacity to do facial recognition, find out exactly who the fuck you are right in the midst of them investigating what the fuck is going on. Get license plate numbers of cars sitting down inside from front of your house. They know what you're driving, where you live at, everything about your ass. If it's online, they have it. Your Facebook page, all that shit. Honey, criminals, these motherfuckers gonna be going to jail left and right, baby. All these computers are now talking to each other now. We in a different world, ladies. You understand? It says multi-story apartment buildings are going faster up everywhere in LA. And it says, and they will crumble on an 8 shit. A lot of shit will crumble in an 8.0 earthquake, Miss Shirley. But a lot of these apartment buildings that they're throwing up, even the ones downtown, I feel like they're apartment buildings in a box because they throw them up so goddamn quick. 1 minute ain't nothing there. Next, a month later, the motherfucker sold and then people are moving in. That's how they doing it here in Chicago now. Says civil defense drones technology Minority Report realized. Yes, it is. Okay, so be at nighttime around here, for what I've seen, they fly in the air. If you're not paying attention, you would just think it's just, a plane or something like that till you really look. And it's like, this motherfucker is tiny. There's no way that's not even an airplane, but a helicopter. And one day we were sitting out in the backyard, and we were just talking, and I'm just looking up at the sky, and one of them motherfuckers went literally right across our heads. And I'm like, that's a fucking drone with Chicago police sitting there on it. Okay? So, like I said, when it comes down to it, we get living in a different world because these people are doing different shit. And I feel like at times listening to the news, are we in the fucking purge or what? Because the Puerto Rican Day Parade, they could grab the couple out their car and shot them, gangbangers. Now, 9 chances out of 10, that couple was on some gang shit, and shit happens. But when it comes down to innocent people getting hurt and motherfuckers just running up to you and don't even know who you are, you got a car like somebody that they know and just opening up fire, this shit is getting out of hand. It really is. I told y'all these are boxes and apartment buildings in a box. They throw that shit up in a matter of 1 month and people have moved in the next month. These things that they're building are not built to last. And that's the reason why inside of China, when they have these floods and shit like that, them houses have mold and fall and all kind of crazy shit. When you start using bullshit materials, you get bullshit results. Now, that particular building that happened in Miami, that had been up there for a while. That building had to have been built in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. So 9 chances out of 10, it was structurally sound and had been there for a while. Honestly, at the end of the day, I see somebody blew that motherfucker up because of who was in it, or the situation with the group that actually owned the building and managed it did some crazy shit, and they needed the money for the real estate situation had to be handled a certain type of way, and they didn't give a fuck who ended up getting hurt in the midst of it. Okay, and if anybody knew anything about it, I ain't gonna be there no way because I'm renting it out as a timeshare Airbnb. Who gives a fuck? Unlucky souls. Oh well. You would be surprised the shit that people say out of their mouth as far as, what I'm saying, how they feel about other people getting hurt. But anyway, I know it's almost getting to that hour point and everything, but I want to talk about some of the craziest shit that's going on right now because I don't see it getting any better. And then with them talking about cutting off of the unemployment and things like that towards the fall, where COVID tends to start ticking up even worse. I don't know what's gonna happen. And with the Delta variant inching up and them basically saying now what I've always known, I've always been on guard about this whole situation. Never once took my guard down. Now you telling people, and this is the part that makes me angry. You told all these people it was cool, go out, go travel, go see your people, all this shit. Now you telling people, wait, the other variant is about to start up, and maybe you might want to not think about that. If it spreads, it's because of the media in which these people put out here. They don't have to beg. They don't have to blame it on YouTubers or anything. They can blame it on themselves. Because they put it out here and told everybody it was cool for you to go out to the club, go out to the bar, go out to eat, and all this other shit, knowing goddamn well that on the other side of the world, where you ain't stopped planes from coming to America at all, that this new shit was on its way. Okay, by the time they tell you it's here, it's been here for about a good 2-3 weeks. They are going to be responsible for spreading it. They are responsible for spreading the first one. As soon as I would have heard on the other side of the world, UK, they having an issue with some type of new disease, I would have shut my borders. That's it. Ain't nobody coming out this motherfucker deal with it. Okay? Till we start seeing what's going on with our population. They didn't do that. So now they're gonna have to deal with the fact of a new one spreading, and then they can sit up here and lie over who it's affecting and who it's not gonna affect. But I got a funny feeling with this particular variant, they ain't gonna be able to say it's unvaccinated people, because vaccinated people are gonna get it too. Because some of these vaccinated people, I have walked in Walgreens and Walmart and seen people literally no mask, no nothing. And I'm saying to myself, what the fuck? Okay? No nothing. So how this works, how this plays out, we gonna find out come July. I say mid-July, late July, early August, we're going to find out exactly how this plays out. Because if the UK had a problem and said they almost had to shut down or postpone their opening because of this situation, America going to get its ass kicked, because it's only so much of not paying attention to the elephant in the room that you could possibly do. You understand? So at the end of the day, y'all, all I can say is ask God to cover your houses. Asked him to make you immune to this shit and whatever little other things that he got going, that he got planned for us down here. Because honestly, y'all, I don't know where this is going. I keep looking downtown. I went downtown Friday, and I'm saying to myself, okay, they said downtown is back. The hell it is. It looks like a holiday time down there. And I mean, and not one of the holidays where half the place is working and half is not. I'm talking about one of the major holidays like Christmas, when that motherfucker's deserted as fuck. Few people walking around in suits. None of the restaurants that are normally open. None of the high traffic areas where I worked at, where it's like New York on a normal day at lunchtime, everybody and they mama, it's like you barely got room on the sidewalks to move. Okay, at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on the downtown, it's downtown Chicago. It's just like New York. Honey, it ain't like that. Traffic everywhere, cabs everywhere. I ain't see one cab nowhere downtown. So they saying everything is back to normal. No, it's not. And most of those high-rise buildings, and this is coming from somebody who used to be office manager, don't have good air filtration in there. So it's the same fucking air going around the entire building. Now imagine being in a building that's 45 stories high with the same fucking air filtering through the entire building. And they want you to come back and work in a situation like that. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to work. It says, see condo view development in 19. I told you, 80s, few 2-bedroom apartments, asking price of $600,000 to $700,000 in that place that fell down. Now that ain't normal motherfuckers living quarters, okay? That ain't you and me. I can't afford that shit. In real life, I could barely afford $2,000 a motherfucking month, okay? 600,000, 700,000. Do you know how much that rent is per month? That's saying that $3,000-$4,000 or more per month with an ocean view. That's an ocean view apartment. So apartment building, honey. That shit was over some money, or somebody blew that shit up on some gangster shit. And eventually they're gonna tell us, and it's gonna be that. But anyway, y'all, that's the show today. Y'all keep on, y'all let me know on Wednesday if y'all find anything else worth watching. I don't really keep up with Britney Spears' Beloved Goddess. I really am not a fan of hers at all. So whatever, I know that all her shit is being handled by the court. And unfortunately, she want to live her life, but she almost tried to kill herself. So that's going to be a lot of shit that's going to, she has to go through a lot to get released from that. And that I just know off of having with experiences with guardianship trust. There's a lot she got to do to get out of that. If I was in LA in a Seaview apartment, I'd be over $1 million. Of course, it's over $1 million. Gary, that shit, what they talking about is halfway, $500,000. And that's on Collins. So you really ain't necessarily own the ocean, but you like a block behind it. So they can't really do $1 million. But if you own actual Ocean Drive, yeah, that's $1 million. I've been to Miami, honey, and I cried at the airport when I had to leave because I really loved how beautiful it was. But you know what? Britney Spears has been, you got to understand the music business is a really tough place. You cannot be a weak-hearted person at all to be able to understand what it's like to handle business. And when you're an artist, you're a person that feels, and you see the world differently than business people. Business people are very, very much so straight to the point, cutthroat, sharp at the point type people. I had to become like that to understand law and business. So I understand a point of view from an artist point of view, and I also understand it from a business point of view. Brittany did that when she cut off her hair, and everybody was like, what the fuck is going on with that? And they tried to downplay it as, she was just doing something. And then with her kids and things like that, they took her kids away and stuff like that. That and her, all the money that she had ended up going into a trust. And in order to get that, even if you get yourself together, there's a lot you have to do. You have to prove a lot to the court to have you do that. And you can't spend a dime on a t-shirt unless the judge say so. So every time you want to do anything with your own money, you got to go to court. Trust me, I've done many of them, and it is not a fun thing. And I listen to how upset the people are and how angry they are. And depending on who is the executive of your estate, they could give you a hard time, ask you, why do you need this? Why do you need that? You understand type situation. So I feel for her in that situation because it's going to be a hard situation for her to get out of. What's up, Warren? How you doing? Well, at least you went to the movies. Thank you, Warren. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all, those are her personal things. And when you do something like try to kill yourself and you are a person that has millions of dollars, understand when the court steps in, they're going to step in. So, anywho, I'm going to let you guys go. Remember to thumbs up this video so more people can find me. And hopefully we find some more other dramas we're talking about. Because right now, I think I done seen every damn thing. But there is one, y'all, that they have not released in America. It's called the Moon Lovers Heart Scarlet. I think it's called Heart Scarlet or Scarlet Heart Rayu or something like that. I want to see that. That's a K-drama and it's a period piece. But for some reason on YouTube, it is on YouTube, but it's messed up. It's got some kind of bar and it flicks back and forth and it does some weird shit to your eyes. And I don't like watching shit like that. That's the only one that they have on there. And I absolutely fucking hate it. So I'm waiting. I don't know. They said they was going to put it on Netflix. They may or may not. It's not on Viki. It is not on QT or any of those. It's not on WeTV. It's not on any of that. And I really want to see. Yes, that's what it's called, Davey. Hey, Davey, how you doing? That's a new one. Hey, how you doing? A new Meme or male Meme. I don't care. Anyway, happy Pride to all of our other people of the other persuasion of the Rainbow Persuasion. I hope you all have a great weekend. Tomorrow is Chicago's Pride. I have not gone to a Pride parade in a very long time, and that's because it started changing way back in the 90s, so I'm good. It is on Prime, Miss Berna, but guess what? When I went to go look at it, it said unavailable in this country. Yes, girls, the shade of it all. Thank you so much, Davey. Said it's the Korean version. I'm telling you, I was like, oh, you saw the Korean version and I already saw it. And it's old. I know it's old, but they said it was one of those ones that are a gem right up there with Goblins. So that's the reason why I wanted to see it. You have a great weekend too, Davey. But yeah, it is on Amazon Prime. But when I went to go, because I would have paid for that bitch. I really would have because I wanted to see it. They said it's unavailable here. So unfortunately, I cannot see it. Okay, I'll probably have to check it out there. It's great, Scholar Harvey. It's better than that Chinese version. Okay. Lee Jong-Wook. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So that's one I've been trying to check out, and because I can't find it, it is scratching my curiosity. I gotta go find it. I need to see it. So it's one of those ones that I need to see. I think it's 20 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. So I really do want to see that one, but unfortunately, I'm gonna check out that. I'm gonna check out that one, Miss Shirley. That that platform that you talked about, and I'm gonna see if I can find it there. But they said it's right up there with Goblin. So if there's anything up there with Goblin, Strong, what is that? I think Strong Boo Monsoon or something like that. The Hotel de Luna. Anytime they say it's up there with them motherfuckers, that's got to be pretty fucking good. It said it was on my top 10. Okay, the villain was handsome with curly hair, nice wig and eyeliner. I know, and you know who our villain is. That's the guy from Love and Destiny that was after our girl Miss Nini and trying to fight the God of War. I already knew who he was when I saw him. He's very cute. Or if it's not him, it's the guy, it's our Scholar That Walks the Night. I think that's who that is. Scholar That Walks the Night. I think that's him. You said you seen it, great job. Y'all make me sick because I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. So anyway, I will see you guys soon. Like I said, give me a thumbs up for this video. All you have is better give me a thumbs up for this video so everybody can be able to see. So hit your thumbs up button now, okay? Okay, I see one person did it. All of y'all is like, I ain't gonna do it, girl. I'm like, can't nobody see in your house. Anyway, I will see you all next Saturday, hopefully with better stuff. And if anybody has any birthdays this month, happy birthday to you guys. And I will start to try to keep up with those types of things as of late. Like I said, I'm gonna make some more videos and things like that to get my regular people who just like tuning into the channel just to see my reviews, give them a little something soon. Oh, it's going up now. Y'all not being shady. All right. Well, I will talk to you all on Wednesday. My Maymay's on Wednesday, and I will see the rest of you guys next Saturday. Bye.